Kanye West is no stranger to lawsuits. It actually seems like the guy gets one every 2 weeks. I mean, just look at the screen recording of the Google search results. Yeah. But I went down a rabbit hole on his now wife, Bianca Censori, that led me to the most bizarre and frankly disgusting lawsuit with allegations against both of them I haven't heard anyone talk about online. So now it's a burden I must bear. Hi guys, it's Pebbles, and let's get into it. Everyone knows Kanye West, so let's start with his recent wife, Bianca Censori. You may know her as the woman who is never wearing clothes in public. I mean, I don't even know if this woman owns clothes, which is another conversation to get into, but everything about this woman is very strange and weird. There's virtually no public information on her. Every photo on social media, it looks like it was captioned by AI, and she just suddenly came into the picture after she privately married Kanye West in 2022. But this video isn't about how mysterious Censori is, it's about a lawsuit that was filed against West and his partners in June of this year. According to the TMZ article that first broke the story, in the spring of this year, Kanye decided to launch Yeezy Vision, Yeezy VSN, YZY I don't know. He wanted to make his own streaming service to rival Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal. The suit says Kanye wanted to avoid paying fees to those companies to promote his music because obviously Kanye West doesn't have enough money to pay the fees. So he and his partner Milo allegedly hired an international developer group composed of several Black members and minors as young as 14 years old, because I'm sure he couldn't find any group of adult app developers. In April 2024, the documents say that Milo promised to pay $120,000 to the developer group after they completed the project if they agreed to the work conditions and didn't complain. However, soon after, Kanye allegedly ordered all employees to sign non-disclosure agreements, threatening to fire the minors and refusing to pay them if they didn't. Minor developers also were forced to sign a volunteer agreement, which obviously implies that they weren't going to be paid. And it doesn't stop there. Apparently, in group chats, there were multiple white managers that would repeatedly use harassing language towards their employees and didn't discriminate in their discrimination, attacking their age, race, gender, sexual orientation, and national origin. The lawsuit even alleges that some team members were called slaves, while others were referred to as new slaves. The employees were also allegedly bullied into working extremely long hours through the night without pay or sleep. A statement from Thigpen Legal, which is representing the group of employees, says Black and African employees were segregated and given less favorable work assignments. Thigpen Legal also claims separate whites-only working groups were formed. This was in Discord channels. Imagine segregating your own race in a Discord server. No wonder Kanye West was hiring 14-year-olds, as he appears to be one himself. Then, getting into the truly bizarre section of this case, in late April, Kanye announced he was launching an adult porn business called Yeezy Porn, which prompted his wife Bianca to allegedly send a worker an email containing a link to hardcore sexual content. Apparently, it isn't enough for Bianca to expose the entire public to her own breasts and ass every time she goes out to eat, but allegedly needed to make sure her employees were watching hardcore porn too. According to the Washington Post, the lawsuit reads, "No guardrails were put in place to prevent the underage Yeezy Vision workers from working on Yeezy porn, or to prevent them from being exposed to and being forced to view pornography to perform their work." Yes, that means Kanye hired, and I use that term very loosely, minors to develop a porn app.
Minors that were part of this app development group, they say that the defendants, Yeezy, Milo Yiannopoulos, and by extension Bianca, knew that they were underage, knew that they were minors, but nevertheless did not put these firewalls in place to make sure that they were shielded from the development of the porn app.
Despite this, Bianca is not named as a defendant in the suit, and Milo, Kanye's partner throughout this process, defended Bianca, saying this never happened.
However, Milo responded to this, to the lawsuit, and said he was also speaking on behalf of Bianca. I'm not sure how that works, and we have tried to reach Bianca. It's not easy, so we don't know if she agrees with what he's saying, but he's dismissing all the allegations, specifically saying that Bianca never sent anything like that, any pornographic images, and says that this lawsuit is been masterminded by one former employee in particular, who they say is extremely disgruntled and had a lot of unpleasant things to say about that person. But it's not just one person that is suing, though.
As they said in the TMZ clip, Milo thinks the entire lawsuit is organized by someone referred to as Da Costa, though I can't find any information that links him to the lawsuit. On X, Milo tweeted, "There's a simple reason Da Costa's clownish claim that minors were shown Yeezy porn isn't true and can't be true. Yeezy porn doesn't exist. I made sure of that by falling on my sword and quitting over it." And Milo did step down from working on the porn app, saying, quote, "I cannot be complicit in the production or dissemination of pornographic films and literature for moral and religious reasons, but also because such material and the kind of people invariably involved in its production represent an imminent danger to my life as a recovering addict and an unacceptable risk to my spiritual and physical health as a former homosexual." Which is a lot to unpack. But I felt necessary to include nonetheless. And back to the tweet. Even if Yeezy porn didn't exist, that doesn't mean Censori didn't send explicit material to an employee, making the material accessible to all, including minors. Just because it wasn't Yeezy porn doesn't mean it wasn't porn. Allegedly. Milo follows up saying, "All I've done since is try to get these app developers paid. As voluminous and correspondence demonstrates, anyone asserting otherwise is uncritically repeating mendacious lies from a lawsuit that takes more imaginative leaps than The Lord of the Rings." And there is one more tweet from this thread I wanted to mention, and it is, "Secret white chat rooms? No. The other team just hustled harder than you did. Hostile working environment? How can that be? You were never hired. Minors working illegally? Give me a break. The only minors being taken advantage of are the poor suckers roped into this lawsuit." The mere suggestion that the other team Milo is referring to worked harder than the prosecutors did infers that they were segregated. The rest is referring to the idea that Da Costa is behind the lawsuit, and I guess that is still to be determined, as and it seems any of the news sources I saw covering this didn't find a link to him at all. On May 1st, 2024, the team allegedly presented Kanye with one of the finished apps, but it isn't clear in the documents which one. Kanye and Milo allegedly never paid the employees, which led them to file the lawsuit. And the suit is asking for damages for unpaid wages and overtime pay, as well as emotional distress. And that is basically all the information I could find on this suit. I think this is incredibly important to discuss because this isn't just one of the hundreds of copyright lawsuits that Kanye is facing, but a suit alleging disgusting abuse of power, explicit racist and ageist harassment, and exposing minors to pornographic material. I'm extremely interested to see how this lawsuit goes, and I hope more media outlets pick up this story because I'd love to hear more about it. Again, my name is Pebbles. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and all that. Okay, bye. Hey guys, it's me again. I bet you miss me. If you're a content creator and you don't want to drop a bunch of money on a video editing platform, you should join CapCut Pro. It is so good. I graduated in media production and I used Premiere for a long time, but Premiere is so expensive and CapCut is such a good alternative to that. It's only $10 a month, and if you sign up with my link in the description, you can get 7 days free just to try it out. And cancel if you want to, and then you don't have to pay a cent. But you will love it. It is so good. And try it out. Okay, bye.